Hello everyone, this is Faith at Faith and Books. How are you doing? I haven't made a video for a couple of weeks now. And I thought I'd make one just talking about touring the Louisa May Alcott house up in Concord, Massachusetts. I tried to make a longer video this morning and my phone ran out of memory or something like that. So I think my husband fixed it. But I decided I'm going to do like Linda Jo Martin at the Book Lady. She's been doing just 5-minute long videos. So I'm going to try and just keep these things short. Anyway, to recap, last week we went up to Concord, Massachusetts to visit my son and his wife, whose birthday is today. Happy birthday, Christina. And their brand new baby, who was born October 25th, and their little girl, who's 19 and a half or 20 months by now. Anyway, we hadn't seen him for a while, and of course, a new baby. So they live outside of Boston, but we were staying in Concord. So we got to visit them, and it was lovely holding the little newborn. I always forget how tiny they are, even though he was a big boy. But still, they're so tiny and so precious. So that was really lovely, and getting to know my little granddaughter a little bit in real life instead of just FaceTiming was very nice. And it was nice to see them. And boy, she's recovering really quickly, and they really make parenting look easy. And they've moved into a really cute apartment. Anyway, we were staying in Concord because for my 60th birthday, which was the year that I was doing the A Year with Louisa May challenge, where we were reading Louisa May Alcott, it was also the year I was turning 60, and so we were going to go up for the birth of the older sister, the 20-month-old, and also see Louisa May Alcott's house. Well, that didn't happen because of Corona, but we got to do it this time with their second baby. And so we went and we stayed in a really cute little inn called the North Bridge Inn, right in downtown Concord, which is a tiny kind of village. And it was very charming. And we walked by Hawthorne's house, which is just past Louisa May Alcott's on Lexington Road. I think it's Lexington Road. And we saw Ralph Waldo Emerson's house. We went into the Concord Museum. We went to the Sleepy Hollow Cemetery and saw their graves, all the graves of those four great kind of transcendentalists. It was Ralph Waldo Emerson, Thoreau, oh my gosh, my brain's going. Hawthorne, Nathaniel Hawthorne, and then Louisa May Alcott. And her father, Bronson Alcott, was one of the transcendentalists. So anyway, so the Emerson house and the Hawthorne house were closed. There isn't a Thoreau house, I don't think. But we got to tour Louisa May Alcott's house, and I highly recommend going. We had to reserve a time, so we wound up not going till Saturday morning. But it was really neat. The tour started in the kitchen, which was a very plain, simple kitchen. It was basically a big, old-fashioned stove with some shelving. What was neat was the Ralph Waldo Emerson had given them money because they were always relying on Ralph Waldo Emerson, who had money, and Bronson Alcott. Is it Branson or Bronson? I think it's Bronson. Bronson Alcott was not very good at providing for his family, so they were desperately poor much of the time. And it wasn't until Louisa May Alcott started making money with her books that they started to have security, and then they were actually pretty wealthy. But so Ralph Waldo Emerson gave them the land, and there were two houses on the land, two tenant houses. One had been built in the 1650s, I think, or 1690s, and the other was built in the 1700s sometime. And they put them together. They moved them and put them together. And they put the kitchen right over where a well was. So they actually had, water in the kitchen, they could lower the bucket while they were actually in the kitchen. So that was kind of neat. And then you walked from there into the dining room, and then from there into the parlor. And the floors are just really warped and wavy because they're these really old houses, and that they just stuck together. So it's a quirky place. The tour guide said almost 85% of the artifacts are original. So like the Alcotts actually owned them. And they showed where they had the curtain rod up, or the curtains up between the dining room and the parlor where they would do their theatricals, and the staircase where they would run up to change in Amy, or her name was May's room. We saw what do they call it, a melodeon? It's not a piano, but looks like a piano, that Beth played. Beth only actually lived in the house less than a year when they were fixing it up. Oh, excuse me. Oh dear. Hey, let me drink some water. Oh, don't you hate that when you just get a sudden tickle? Anyway, it was really neat. One of the neatest things was you could see Amy's art. She drew all over the walls. It was really cool. And we saw Bronson's study. He had this very nice, handsome study, which was really like another parlor. And we went upstairs to their bedrooms, and we saw Louisa May's bedroom and samples of her actual needlework, which is just exquisite. Is it already 6 minutes? Oh my goodness. Anyway, it was a lovely tour. And you could see where Marmee, or her mother and father's room, and you could see the room that they added on when they were raising Meg's children. And we just learned all sorts of neat and interesting facts about Louisa May Alcott. It was really a fun tour. It made me want to see the most recent movie again, because apparently they built an exact replica. I was not aware of it when I saw the movie. I kind of didn't like the movie, but now that I've been to the house and been on the tour, seen the little movie that they play there and all that, I feel like I need to rewatch it just to get the details, because I think they really tried to be good about details, being true to life. So anyway, so that's my little recap. I did not make the 5-minute mark. It's 7 minutes here, and I hope I can post this, but that's just my little recounting of our tour of Louisa May Alcott's house. We also went and saw her grave, Hawthorne's grave, Emerson's. They're all buried at Sleepy Hollow Cemetery. And we walked around Walden Pond. That was really beautiful. It was a beautiful day, and we got to hike around the pond. It's a little over 2 miles, I think. Anyway, that is it from me. I hope this was worth listening to, and I'll try to post another video, make another one this weekend so I can do an update on my reading. And okay, that's it. So take care. Bye-bye.